Alright, Shalom. I'm going to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, who will well. Peace and blessings to Akim out there, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. I want to title this lesson, Will You Eat During Jacob's Trouble in the Time of the Famine? Alright. I'm going to start here in 1 Kings chapter 17, proving that we will eat. Alright. And you don't have to worry and fear. Just have faith. Alright. Again, 1 Kings chapter 17. I'm going to start at verse 2. But this is talking about when the Most High provided for Elijah, all right, during the time of his prophesying. All right. Again, that's 1 Kings 17 and 2. It says, and the word of the Most High came unto him, who's him, is Elijah, saying, 3, get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. Right. Alright, so here the Most High is telling Elijah to go hide himself by the brook. Right? Why? To wait for further instructions. Alright? And during the time of this tribulation and Jacob's trouble, alright, the Most High is going to have us scattered all over the place and fleeing from place to place. And, of course, some Akim will have spiritual powers, but some may just be, in a dwelling place somewhere, whether it be by a lake or whether it be in an empty mansion or whether it be in a basement. All right, we're all going to have our lots during that time. All right, and all right, continuing on, verse 4, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. All right, so this is very powerful right here, because when we're scattered and during that time of Jacob's trouble, whether you be in a basement, whether the Most High directs you to a lake or a pond or a basement, or wherever you may be, all right, realistically, you can end up anywhere, all right, but just to give some examples of places, a lake, a basement, a mansion, underneath a bridge, by a stream, out in the wilderness. You never know, okay? Out in the middle of farmland, all right? Wherever the Most High commands you to go, and places you at that time. But without digression, I'm going to go on, finish reading verse 4. 1 Kings 17 and 4, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook. So wherever you may be, the Most High, rest assured, the Most High provided it for you. All right, He provided for you there. All right, without doubt. All right, you gotta believe that during those times. You gotta believe it now, but even more during those times. So build your faith up, Akim. All right, and it says, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So, and no matter where you end up, remember, it's all part of the story. All right, the script of the Most High, according to these scriptures, is true. All right, wherever you end up at is part of the scripture. It's part of the story. All right, of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, it's all mapped out. Just trust in the Most High during and have faith now and even more so during those times. Again, verse 5. Excuse me. 5. So he went and did according unto the word of the Most High. So who's he? So he went. All right. Elijah went and did according to the word of Yahweh. All right. So that means he obeyed. So during that time, it's going to be perilous and it's going to be real rough and tough out there. All right, scary even. Damn, there's going to be people shitting their pants and terrified, and their heart's going to fail them for fear. All right. But you got to have faith and you got to be strong out there, Akim. All right. So, anyway, again, this scripture is reverting to the fact that Elijah went and did according to the word of the Most High. So he obeyed the Most High. All right, that's what we must do. We must obey. We must not doubt the Most High during those times. If he says go here, then we must go in the spirit. All right, we must listen to him in the spirit and obey. That's like Elijah did, and the prophet Elijah says, "For he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan." And so he obeyed the Most High, and, all right, in spirit and truth. All right, and in faith. All right, verse 6. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. All right, Akim, what is this saying? What is this saying to us during that time? All right, the Most High is able and willing and capable to provide for us during that time. All right. So verse 6 is the Most High honoring Elijah's faith. All right. He's taking care of Elijah because he gave him specific instructions to go down to the brook. All right. And Elijah listened and he moved. All right. And he did what the Most High told him to do. All right. And verse 6 is the reward of listening to the Most High and trusting the Most High Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, during those times. Okay. All right. So the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning. What is that telling you? So from the morning, all right, of the day, the Most High took care of Elijah. His food. All right, giving him something to sustain him from the morning, the beginning of the day, and bread and flesh in the evening, covering the ending of the day. All right. And he drank of the brook. So what is that saying? The Most High fed Elijah enough to suffice him, all right, throughout the whole entire day. From the morning, the scriptures covering the morning and the evening, completion of a whole day. So the Most High took care of Elijah for that entire day. All right, during Jacob's trouble, we know the Most High can stretch, the Most High is able to supply our needs, from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. All right, as hectic and as hellish as things gonna be during that time, don't underestimate the power of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, he will provide. So again, verse 7, and it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up, because there had been no rain in the land. All right. So Elijah listened to the Most High, all right, and moved to a specific spot, a specific location, because the Most High knew what was going to come to pass. And verse 7 is showing that we must listen and we must obey when we're prompted to by the Spirit. All right, with Spirit, I mean the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right, we must listen and obey and not try to be guided by our own hearts and our own emotions, and trust in the Spirit. All right, the Rakah Kwadash. Because in the end, Yahweh Shai, they do things for a purpose. All right, and they always got their best intentions in mind. Okay, you must remember that also. So here in this passage, 1 Kings 17:7, it's showing it's kind of putting all the rest of the verses in perspective here for it, because eventually the brook ended up drying up. Okay, and Elijah was able to drink from that brook before it dried up. The Most High dried it up. All right. So the Most High will provide for those who are His. All right, and leave nothing for anybody else. You know, for the heathen and for the damn anyone that doesn't belong to Him. All right, they're not getting nothing. But it's proof right here. The Most High will provide for His. All right, and then dry the rest of the land up. Nobody else gonna get anything. The Most High will take care of His own. All right. It's like saying, all right, what's a good example? And I just want to try to clarify that scripture. All right, so verse 7 is pretty much is showing that before a famine, all right, before a famine, the Most High provides for His own. All right, and whoever is not of the Most High, they're going to be without. It says because there had been no rain on the land. So when the Most High shut off the rain, shut it off from raining there, all right, in that land, that was it. Ain't nobody else can get no more water from that brook, but Elijah drank from that brook ahead of time. All right, just like these people, when the famine comes, true famine comes, all right, the Most High is going to provide for His own, and the rest of these people are going to be shit out of luck, eating themselves and eating their arms, eating their own flesh. All right, pursuant to Isaiah 9, and I believe it's, I want to say, pursuant to Isaiah 9, verse 19 to 20, says, through the wrath of the Most High of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. Verse 20, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. All right. And so everybody's eating on themselves and eating the kids, and being savages and desperate for meat and food. Okay, we're gonna be taken care of, and that's a promise. All right. And another thing too, the Most High may have some of us moving from place to place. All right, where we have to have faith and we have to just go and trust. All right, but let me continue on. All right, verse 8. Shalakia. 1 Kings 17:8. And the word of the Most High came unto him, saying, 9. Arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. So if the Most High may tell you to go somewhere, and he may have a person there waiting for you. All right, whether it be a heathen, whether it be you know even Esau. Okay, it could be Esau, a heathen, some an angel unawares. You never know. The Most High can have somebody there waiting for you to meet you, but you have to be obedient, all right, to the Spirit. Have faith, all right. It's a big thing, all right. So again, I want to read 1 Kings 17:9. So the Most High is telling Elijah to arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell there. Alright, so Most High is telling Elijah to go to another place. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. Now, during Jacob's trouble, are you going to doubt? Alright, if the Spirit of the Most High said, I want you to go leave from this basement now and go across, the city. Your hell breaking loose and chaos, and it's dark and smoky. All right, you're tired, you're hot. All right, keep throwing up them prayers, and move in the Spirit and obey. All right, if you gotta go 10 or 20 blocks to get to the next destination, all right, trust that the Most High get you there, and pray that the Most High will get you there to your destination. All right, He said He will never leave us nor forsake us. All right, and do it and go. All right. So you find yourself in that situation. Have faith and listen to the Spirit. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right. That's not very far-fetched at all. That the Most High will put somebody to meet you in a place, in or location. It's been done. It's being done here in this verse. All right, 1 Kings 17:10. So he arose and went to Zarephath. It's Elijah obeying the Most High. And when he came to the gate of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering of sticks. All right, so when the Most High tell you to go somewhere and somebody's gonna meet you there, all right, or He's provided for you there, all right, expect to see it when you get there in faith. All right, and he called to her and said, fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel, that I may drink. All right, we got to have that great faith like that to trust in the Most High. So the Most High will provide for us, all right, in food, water, all right, spiritual power. Pray for the spirit of prayer, and the scriptures also say that the Spirit will bring all things to our remembrance. All right. So during that time, we trust and have faith that the Most High is going to keep His word in our heart. All right. That's another way of feeding us during that time of great trouble and tribulation. All right. Verse 11. And as she was going to fetch it, he called to her and said, bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread in thine hand. 12. And she said, as the Most High thy power liveth, I have not a cake, but an handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks, that I may go in and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat and die. 13. And Elijah said unto her, fear not, go and do as thou hast said, but make me thereof a little cake first, and bring it unto me, and after make for thee and for thy son. 14. For thus saith the Most High Yahweh of Israel, The barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the curse of oil fail, or the cruse of oil fail, Salakia, until the day that the Most High sendeth rain upon the earth. All right. So, as you can see, once Elijah arrived at this place, Zarephath. All right. Once he arrived there, he met the woman. All right. The Most High said he would have there. All right. So, imagine this being your situation. You got to go from place to place, and the Most High said, I have somebody to meet you there. You get there, that person's there. All right. So say you get to a place, right? The Most High has somebody there, but that it meets you there. But there may be 2 other people there, 3 other people there, all right. And they may be one may be paralyzed, one may be sick, and one may be like just have spirits on them, right? See, you don't know how the Most High sets things up, all right. But we do know that Yahweh Shai is all about their glory. All right. So you find yourself in a situation. All right. The Most High don't do things for nothing. All right. It says that because in Romans 8:28 it says, and all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to the purpose. Romans 8:28. All right, so you find yourself somewhere in the scenario is kind of seem kind of off or off the wall. It's going to work together for the good as long as you belong and you have faith in Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says 14. For thus saith the Most High Yahweh of Israel, the barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until the day that the Most High sendeth rain upon the earth. Okay, this is Salakia, 1 Kings 17 and verse 14. It's telling you, it's showing you the power of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, all right, and how Yahweh Shai is faithful, and his words is his bond, pretty much. All right, 1 Kings 17 and 14. Verse 15, and she went and did according to the saying of Elijah, and she and he and her house did eat many days. This is the Most High following through providing. It's easy. It's an easy thing for the Most High. So during Jacob's trouble, you use this as an example how the Most High provided, all right, for this woman and her son and Elijah for a house. All right. Took care of the prophet Elijah. All right, people are gonna be receiving you who may not even know who you are. All right, but the Most High may bless that place. All right, because you're there, because He sent you there. So He may put a blessing on that place. All right, on that household, on that mom, that widow and her kid, or that elderly man, or that angel unawares, whoever it is, however the Most High arranges your lot, okay, during that time. Verse 16, and the barrel of meal wasted not, neither did the cruse of oil fail, according to the word of the Most High, which He spake by Elijah. So the Most High again said that the barrel of meal should not waste, up in verse 14. Okay, now verse 16 is explaining that the barrel of meal did not waste, neither did the cruse of oil fail, because it pretty much, according to the word, it says, according to the word of the Most High, which He spake by Elijah. All right, so the Most High speaks things to His prophets, and it shall surely come to pass. It will come to pass, and He is more than capable and more than able to bring it to pass. All right. Scriptures say also that he's a man that should. Is he a man that he should lie? All right, it's not. It's all powerful, all knowing, in control of all things. All right, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so have faith during that time. All right, the Most High is more than able to take a barrel of meal, all right, and make it last for any duration of time, or 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. All right, the Most High is more than able to take according to 1 Kings 17:16. All right, a cruse of oil. All right, it says neither did the cruse of oil fail. What does that mean? It didn't run out. There was no end to it. It lasted the whole entire duration that the Most High ordained it to last. Same thing for us during that time. Whatever we have, whether it be water, whether it be a meal, whether it be maybe heat, water, oil, flour, anything, whatever, anything, pretty much. All right. The Most High is able to make it last for any duration of time. All right, heat, cold water, hot water, electricity. Take your pick. All right, things that cut off and things that run out. The Most High is able to make it last as long as He wants to last. It's not up to man. So have faith during that time. All right, according to the word of the Most High, which He spake by Elijah. Again, the Most High speaks to His prophets. You need to take heed and have faith and believe, okay, that He is surely able to bring it to pass. It's verse 17. This again, 1 Kings 17:17. And it came to pass after these things that the son of the woman, the mistress of the house, fell sick, and his sickness was so sore that there was no breath left in him. Okay, this is a scenario where the Most High Yahweh is also able to get glory. All right, because this is a scenario where his prophet, he got a prophet there, his prophet Elijah. But further down is going to explain what the prophet Elijah did, and this brings glory to the Most High. So again, you might find yourself in a situation where the Most High sends you somewhere, all right, and you not only send you somewhere to sustain you, but send you somewhere where He may get glory, all right, where He may be glorified in the circumstance, on the situation. So if you find yourself among people that may be sick or demon possessed, or whatever the case is, the Most High may want to use you to heal those people. All right, so that those people can bring glory to His name. All right, so be aware of that. Just don't be selfish. You got to be during that time. Have your mind on pleasing the Most High. Okay, what should be, which I got to work on, and I'm sure a lot of us have to work on to be consistent with that. All right, this is not about us. This is about Yahweh Yahushua. All right. It says, mistress of the house fell sick, and his sickness was so sore that there was no breath left in him. All right. So pretty much he couldn't breathe. He was done. All right. And what happened from there? It said, verse 18. And she said unto Elijah, what have I to do with thee, O thou man of Yahweh? Art thou come unto me to call my sin to remembrance, and to slay my son? 19. And he said unto her, give me thy son. And he took him out of her bosom, and carried him up into a loft, where he abode, and laid him upon his own bed. All right. It says, verse 20. And he cried unto the Most High Yahweh, and said, O Yahweh, my power, hast thou also brought evil upon the widow with whom I sojourn, by slaying her son? 21. And he stretched himself upon the child 3 times. All right. and cried unto the Most High and said, O Yahweh, my power, I pray thee, let this child's soul come into him again. So what's happening here? All right. By the time you get to verse 21, you see that the Most High used Elijah, all right, to bring life back into this child, all right, to resurrect this child who was dead, all right. And what's a great example of that happening when by the power of Yahweh Shai, he raised Lazarus up from the dead, right? All right, this is a prime example. So during that time, the Most High may have you bring some, kid that's on his deathbed, or some elderly man that's on his deathbed, or some woman, or people who are a room for. Like, think about it this way: the Most High may have you in the hospital ward, or you may end up in a abandoned hospital, right? Or somewhere, where you may have some sick people, right? And the Most High may have you heal heal some people, raise some people from the dead, just to bring glory to His name and win some souls, Of course, Akim out there, whose lauded is going to have powers to heal, all right, through the Rakakwadash. All right, but you never know. But just know and trust in the Most High to provide for you beyond what you can think or imagine. All right. Now is the time to start thinking about things that are above your average thoughts of the Most High. Okay, it's time to start thinking. All right. So I'm start thinking about the power you really serve, okay? Because during that time, you got to have some rock solid faith, all right? And you got to be in the spirit, all right? Verse 22, and the Most High heard the voice of Elijah, and the soul of the child came into him again, and he revived. So the Most High, Yahweh, heard the voice of Elijah. All right, we know Elijah was the prophet of the Most High. So, if the Most High heard Elijah's prayer when he kneeled over the child 3 times, all right, that was a sign, all right, of faith, okay, and the Most High heard him, all right. So during that time, all right, you gotta have faith that when you ask for something, all right, or that the Most High set that situation up for you. All right, so you gotta have faith that it's supposed to go a certain way, if that makes any sense. All right, and that the Most High is gonna hear you. You have to believe that He is, and that He exists, and that He's a rewarder of those who seek Him, diligently seek Him. All right. It said, and the soul of the child came into him again, and he revived. All right. So because the Most High heard Elijah, all right, the Most High was faithful and put the soul back in the child, but the Most High arranged the whole scenario to happen that way. The same for us. So when you find yourself here or there, or scattered abroad, or running from place to place, know that the Most High is arranging that for a reason, okay? And He will provide for you wherever you end up at. That was the point of going through this chapter. All right. And verse 23 and 24. All right, I'm gonna skip down to verse 24. Okay, so 1 Kings 17 and 24. And the woman said to Elijah, now by this I know that thou art a man of Yahweh. Okay, so what is she saying? What happened here? All right, because of that act, all right, Yahweh brought recognition and brought honor and glory to His name, okay, through that very act. But Prophet Elijah was the vessel that the Most High used. All right, so as a child of the Most High, and vessel of the Most High. All right, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah. Expect to be used to do miraculous things. All right, and have faith. All right, that is the Most High Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, that is working through you in the spirit of the Rukakwadash. All right, this is not a game. All right, you must remember. All right, you are the vessel. All right, and that nothing's impossible to the Most High. Now by this I know that thou art a man of Yahweh. So this woman believed in Yahweh. All right, because of that act, and that the word of the Most High in thy mouth is true. Okay, meaning that Elijah was therefore he was pretty much he was trusted. All right, his word, the words that came out of his mouth was no longer it no longer could be denied. All right, because it shows that the Most High will use us as vessels, as his children, to accomplish an act, not only to bring glory and honor to his name, but to also prove that it is him that speaks through us. All right, and that whatever he speaks through us is the truth. All right, so hopefully your Akim out there were edified. All right, again, I want to give all glory and honor, praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well, or learn this truth from. All right, this 100% truth. And sincere blessings to you Akim out there. All right, holding fast to this truth and pushing it 100% sincerity. All right, and I hope to see Akim that we all make it on the chariots, and that we all be pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, and so with that, say shalom.